Sup guys, and welcome back to the Real Guns of Battlefield 4. Today's weapon is the CZ-805 BREN. The 805 is a Czech assault rifle which fires from a gas-powered rotating bolt. It was designed in 2009 at Česká zbrojovka Uherský Brod. You'll have to forgive me if I mispronounce that. I have little experience with pronunciation of words in the Czech language. In-game, the weapon has the standard damage profile, 18 to 25 damage, with a drop-off between 8 and 55 meters. The muzzle velocity is 580 meters per second, and 320 meters per second when suppressed. The rate of fire is 700 rounds per minute, and the bullet drop is standard at 15 meters per second squared. The magazine size is 30, and the weapon is +1 capable. When fired, the CZ-805 tends to drift to the left. Reloads for this weapon will take 2.35 seconds with a round chambered, and 2.9 seconds when empty. In real life, this weapon comes in two main versions, the full-length A1 and the carbine-length A2. We will assume the A1 model is the one used in-game. The barrel length on this weapon is 360 millimeters. The effective range is 500 meters. The muzzle velocity is unpublished, but using an online calculator, the known muzzle velocity of the M4, and a standard load for the 5.56 NATO cartridge, the muzzle velocity for the 805 was calculated at approximately 880.9 meters per second. You'll see the calculation and a link to the online calculator on the screen. All the numbers are from assumed standard loads for a cartridge, and from known measurements from each weapon. The rate of fire varies between 700 and 800 rounds per minute. The weapon can be chambered for multiple rounds, the 5.56 NATO, the Russian 7.62 intermediate round used in the AK-47, and the 6.8mm Remington Special Purpose cartridge. Magazines are available in three sizes: 20 rounds, 30 rounds, and 100 rounds. Wikipedia states that the 100-round magazine is a box, but this may refer to the Beta Sentry Mag, a double drum magazine, if the weapon is STANAG compatible. As far as the history of rifles in the Czech military goes, there is a deep history behind this weapon. Shortly after World War II, and after the Soviet Union had instated a communist government in Czechoslovakia, the military designed the Vzor 52, Vzor being Czech for the word model. The Model 52 fired the unique 7.62 by 45mm Vzor 52 cartridge. The Model 52 was quickly replaced by the Model 58, however, as the Warsaw Pact quickly converted from battle rifles to assault rifles. However, instead of using the ammunition used in the Model 52, it used the Russian 7.62 intermediate round used in the RPD and AK-47 as a consequence of the USSR insisting that ammunition be standardized among Warsaw Pact states. Additionally, the Model 58 resembled the AK-47 superficially, but was a completely different weapon internally. Despite appearing to the untrained eye to be an AK pattern weapon, the Model 58 made Czechoslovakia the only Warsaw Pact member state not to use an AK pattern rifle as a standard issue rifle. However, not long after the introduction of the Model 58, it was found to be expensive and difficult to modify. In 1977, a program called the Lada S was begun to design a new rifle for Czechoslovakian forces. The rifle was designed using the newer 5.45 round designed with the AK-74. It had three different barrel lengths, enabling it to be used in the appropriate roles: sub-carbine length, rifle length, and light support weapon length. The rifle in the Lada S program mostly used AK variant parts, with some modifications, to try to solve issues with the Model 58. However, by the time the rifle was ready for adoption, the Iron Curtain had fallen, and the newly independent Czech military didn't have nearly the funding to rearm the troops. By the late 90s, when the Czech Republic was slated to join NATO, Lada S was restarted, but the weapon was not purchased by the Czech military and was instead put up for export as the CZ-2000. The Lada S program was eventually renamed to Project 805 and refocused on a weapon that could be gradually phased in as the Model 58 was phased out. It was designed using Western cartridges and Russian cartridges to lend a flexibility to the Czech military. However, the design as it was eventually presented to the Czech military in 2009 used only the 5.56 NATO cartridge. though retaining the ability to accept AK pattern magazines. Interestingly enough, the 805 barely beat out the Scar L, as it was a domestic design. As far as the realism for the CZ-805 in Battlefield 4 is concerned, the range is 89% different, the muzzle velocity differs by approximately 34%, the rate of fire is consistent with the low end of the fire rate seen on the real weapon, and the magazine is identical to the factory magazine on the actual weapon. Overall, the weapon differs by approximately 31% from its real-life counterpart, and that'll have to be it for this time. If you enjoyed this episode, I encourage you to like, favorite, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, fucking A.